Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. In Southeast Asia, the Philippines is making a $500 billion bet on its future. Long seen as a nation of untapped potential, the country now aims to double its economic output and join the ranks of upper-middle-income nations by decade's end. This isn't just another plan, it's a sweeping strategy to transform infrastructure, technology, and human capital. For years, the Philippines has posted some of the region's fastest growth rates, even weathering global headwinds with resilience. Now, leaders are thinking bigger, investing in roads, bridges, digital networks, and most importantly, the Filipino people. The goal to shift the narrative from a nation of overseas workers to a hub of innovation and advanced manufacturing. Incremental change isn't enough. The country is aiming for a quantum leap. The world is watching as international investors and neighbors gauge whether the Philippines can deliver. The plan signals the country is open for business on an unprecedented scale, inviting global partnerships. It's about building an economy that's larger, more inclusive, and more dynamic. This is a high-stakes journey, but the destination is clear, a place among Asia's most prosperous and influential nations. The transformation is underway, and the stakes have never been higher. The Philippines is betting big on its future, and the world is paying attention. At the heart of this transformation is the Build Better More program, the engine of the $500 billion vision. Nearly 200 high-impact projects are planned, spanning the entire archipelago. The focus: connect markets, cut travel times, and boost economic efficiency. Flagship projects include the North-South Commuter Railway and the Metro Manila Subway, the country's first underground mass transit system. New airports, modernized seaports, and massive bridges are also in the works, like the Bataan-Cavite Bridge, slashing travel across Manila Bay. These aren't isolated projects. They're part of an integrated strategy to bind the islands together and spread opportunity. Improved connectivity means farmers reach markets faster, manufacturers ship goods more efficiently, and rural areas get a shot at growth. The program is about shrinking distances and breaking down barriers that have long held the country back. Planners are thinking long-term, decades of productivity gains, not just short-term stimulus. A modern transport network lowers business costs and attracts foreign investment. It also gives citizens back hours lost in traffic, improving quality of life. Build Better More is the physical framework for a new Philippine economy. It's a foundational investment in the nation's future. The vision: a seamless, connected, and competitive Philippines. The groundwork for prosperity is being laid, one project at a time. New infrastructure is set to transform daily life for millions of Filipinos. In Metro Manila, notorious for gridlock, new subway and rail lines promise faster, less stressful commutes. More time with family, less time in traffic, quality of life improves for everyone. For businesses, efficient transport slashes logistics costs and spoilage, boosting profits for farmers and competitiveness for manufacturers. These changes ripple through the supply chain, raising productivity across sectors. Improved connectivity opens up remote regions for investment and tourism, creating jobs and stimulating local economies. The economic map is being redrawn, with new corridors of growth emerging nationwide. The Philippines is moving from a patchwork of island economies to a more integrated national market. New transport links break down internal barriers, fostering the flow of goods, services, and people. This leads to a more dynamic, resilient domestic market. Businesses can scale up, innovate, and create high-quality jobs for a growing population. Infrastructure is the catalyst for a more balanced and inclusive Philippine economy. A vision this bold demands massive capital. The government is dedicating 5 to 6% of GDP annually to infrastructure, levels seen in China's boom years. But public funds alone aren't enough. The Philippines is courting private investment and international partners, streamlining laws to attract capital. Public-private partnerships are now easier, with clearer rules and better investor protections. Development banks like the ADB and World Bank, and countries like Japan, are providing financing and expertise. This hybrid funding model shares risk and accelerates progress. International support brings not just money, but confidence and know-how. By blending government, private, and global capital, the Philippines is building a resilient funding base. This approach avoids unsustainable debt and ensures projects deliver long-term benefits. It's a pragmatic strategy to turn vision into reality. The Philippines' greatest asset isn't just infrastructure, it's its people. With a median age of 25, the country boasts one of Asia's youngest populations. This youth bulge means a growing workforce and a dynamic consumer market. High literacy rates and widespread English proficiency make Filipinos globally competitive, especially in business process outsourcing. Unlike Singapore's model, the Philippines can build a broad-based economy powered by its large, skilled workforce. The government is investing in education, especially in science, technology, engineering, and math. Technical and vocational training is expanding to meet the needs of modern industries. By investing in its youth, the country is preparing the next generation to drive growth. The demographic dividend is real. If harnessed, it can power the nation's rise. The future architects of prosperity are already here. In the digital age, infrastructure means more than roads and bridges. It's about data. The Philippines is racing to build a digital backbone, fiber optic cables, cell towers, and satellite links to connect every island. Fast, reliable internet is fueling a booming digital economy, from e-commerce to fintech and tech startups. Digital tools empower small businesses and individuals, letting them reach national and global markets. For students and entrepreneurs in remote areas, digital access levels the playing field. E-government services are making public transactions faster, more transparent, and less prone to corruption. Digital inclusion is key to equitable growth, uniting the archipelago like never before. A robust digital infrastructure also boosts government efficiency and transparency. The digital push is as vital as physical infrastructure for a modern economy. By wiring the nation, the Philippines is building a more connected, innovative, and inclusive society. The digital revolution is underway, and it's transforming lives. The archipelago is becoming a digital powerhouse. Ambition alone isn't enough. The Philippines must overcome old obstacles. Corruption, bureaucracy, and project delays have derailed past plans. Fighting corruption requires more than new laws. It demands real transparency and accountability. Bureaucratic red tape and land acquisition issues have slowed projects for years. The government is streamlining processes and creating green lanes for priority projects. Political cycles threaten continuity, so there's a push to institutionalize long-term plans. Building consensus among leaders, business, and civil society is crucial for lasting progress. This time, there's reason for cautious optimism: better planning, hybrid funding, and international oversight. Good governance and sustainability are now central to the agenda. The real test is whether these reforms can finally break the cycle of stalled development. The stakes are high, but the momentum is real. The challenge turned vision into action and ambition into results. The numbers tell a story of growing strength. Foreign direct investment is rising, drawn by reforms and a stable macroeconomic climate. Investments are flowing into advanced manufacturing, renewables, and digital tech. The BPO sector is evolving, moving up the value chain with higher skilled jobs. Manufacturing is rebounding as global supply chains shift, with new investments in electronics and automotive parts. Financial reforms are opening the sector to more competition and innovation. Fintech is expanding access to banking for millions. These trends create jobs, grow the middle class, and fuel domestic consumption. The virtuous cycle of investment, jobs, and growth is underway. The economic foundation for the $500 billion vision is stronger than ever. Can the Philippines become Asia's next Singapore? The ambition is bold, the challenge immense. The country isn't copying Singapore, but it's aiming for a similar leap in prosperity and influence. Success depends on execution, fighting corruption, streamlining bureaucracy, and sustaining political will. The world is watching to see if the Philippines can deliver on its promises. If successful, millions could rise into the middle class, transforming society and the region. A stronger Philippine economy would drive growth across Southeast Asia. The stakes extend far beyond national borders. With a young population, clear vision, and global support, the opportunity is historic. The $500 billion plan is more than economics. It's a statement of national aspiration. The dream of joining Asia's leaders is within reach. The question remains, can the Philippines seize this moment? For the first time in decades, the answer feels possible.